I want to make a quick little Maytag troubleshooting video. What I have here is a Maytag 72 twin coil, a 6-volt lantern battery, 2 leads with alligator clips, and 1 clothespin. What I do first is I open the points up, and I've got a piece of paper, just something non-conductive to keep the points from touching. Okay. Now I take my lead from my front plug, ground it to the backing plate with my clothespin. Clothespins are wonderful things. Okay, then I take one of my leads with the alligator clip and I hook it to the positive side of the 6-volt lantern battery, the other side to the condenser, like that. You can always, or you can hook to the plug or the positive side of the points too. It doesn't really matter. That's just a little easier. And take the other lead and hook to the negative side. Okay. Now what you do is you take your other plug wire and hold it close to your backing plate and sort of scratch it on the points post. This is the Eisman ignition, but it'll work. See that big spark? That tells you that your coil and condenser are good, at least for this side. Big long spark. Pretty proud of this because I made it out of junk parts I've had laying around. The condenser is not a Maytag condenser. I actually pirated it for my lawnmower, but it works fine. And you can test the other one. Just do the reverse. Take your trusty clothespin, ground it to your backing plate, and the reverse, and it is hot. I got maybe 1/4 inch spark. Now, these coil and condensers, you have to think of as a big circuit. You have to have proper ground. Ground is as much as important as voltage or anything else. The ground, it is the voltage seeking ground that makes this engine produce a spark, which makes the engine run. Now, a weak spark will not produce sufficient ground to make your engine fire. You know, you can compensate for that. I mean, you know, the first thing that you could try is to replace the condenser. The condenser, they're like $7. I mean, they're good to have around anyway. And another thing you can do is you can close your gap on your front plug. The way I test this is I will remove the plug wire from the front plug, ground it to the case somewhere, to the cylinder, and crank it. The engine most likely will start, and that will tell you that your front gap is too wide. You know, you can close. I have one now, my oldest one, the 37. You know, I've tried to run on all Maytag parts. It's, you know, as original as it comes, except for the spark plugs. And the front gap is set on 8, and the rear gap is on about 22. And that's where this engine likes it. I mean, don't be afraid to play with them. You're not going to blow anything up. I have actually had a guy one time try to sell me one with the front gap closed completely. You know, that's nothing more, you know, it would run that way, but when they run on one cylinder, they consume twice as much fuel. So I did buy the engine at a discount, but it turned out to be a bad condenser. You know, for what they cost, just assume the condenser is bad. Now, there's another way to play with these two. This is a plug for a 92. I'll ground it to my backing plate, and you can actually make, I don't know if you can see that or not, but you can make the spark jump the gap in a spark plug. I like the 72s because all you have to do is pull the flywheel off, and you can do all this inside. Some of the 92s, it's possible, but it's not easy. I have done it before, you know, in a pinch. Maybe I can move this up here so another word of caution. I know these things are 80 years old, but as we say here in Tennessee, they will light your ass up. Let me see a little bit better there. But you can see, I mean, it's hot as it can be. Not bad for junk. Take this off. You know, these plug wires are homemade. Now I got this stuff cheap, so I made me some plug wires. I run them on everything. If nothing else, they're pretty neat. Fun to play with. See that big long spark? Now this would put this on the engine, it would run. And that's it. That's the easy way to check a coil condenser. Thanks for watching.